and saidest unto them, I will multiply your seed as the stars of heaven.
So now he's asking, he said, Lord, just remember what you promised to
right.
Abraham and to Isaac, unto Jacob, and you told them that you would multiply their seed. Go ahead and read on.
And all this land that I have spoken of will I give it unto your seed, and they shall inherit it forever.
Now, but the Lord knew that in the beginning. That's why he said, I'm going to take you, Moses, and make a nation out of you. All I got to do is just have me and one Israelite man, and I can make, and my promise to Abraham, it will still be valid.
That's right.
So, but now the Lord, he hearkened unto Moses, and he repented of the evil that he thought to do unto Israel. Go ahead and read on.
And the Lord repented of the evil which he thought to do unto his people.
Now, let's go over to the 33rd chapter, and we'll pick it up at verse 1. Exodus 33, and we'll begin reading at verse 1. 33 and 1. So now, the Lord, he dwelt there. He said, set this tabernacle up that I might dwell among these people.
That's right.
Start reading at 33 and pick it up at verse 1. 33 and 1. Go ahead and read.
And the Lord said unto Moses, depart and go up hence, thou and the people which thou hast brought up out of the land of Egypt, unto the land which I swear unto Abraham, to Isaac, and to Jacob, saying, unto thy seed will I give it. And I will send an angel before thee, and I will drive out the Canaanite, the Amorite, the Hittite, and the Perizzite, and the Hivite, and the Jebusite, unto a land flowing with milk and honey. For I will not go up in the midst of thee, for thou art a stiff-necked people, lest I consume thee in the way.
Now he said, I'm not going up in the midst of you, because you are stiff-necked people. These I consume you in the way.
Right.
So now the Lord said, set up this tabernacle that I might dwell among you, right? But we're going to find out the Lord going to move the tabernacle without the camp. Go ahead and read on.
And when the people heard these evil tidings, they mourned, and no man did put on him his ornaments. For the Lord had said unto Moses, say unto the children of Israel, ye are a stiff-necked people. I will come up into the midst of thee in a moment and consume thee. Therefore, now put off thy ornaments from thee, that I may know what to do unto thee. And the children of Israel stripped themselves of their ornaments by Mount Horeb. And Moses took the tabernacle and pitched it without the camp, afar off from the camp, and called it the tabernacle of the congregation.
See what Moses, he took, called tabernacle. Lord said, that's where I'm going to dwell at.
That's right.
So now Moses took the tabernacle, and he moved it out the camp far off. Because Lord said, I can't dwell among these people. These my anger rise up, and I consume these people right here.
That's right.
So now he said, you just move the tabernacle without the camp. I got to put some distance between me and this people. Go ahead and read on.
Okay. And it came to pass that everyone which sought the Lord went out unto the tabernacle of the congregation, which was without the camp. And it came to pass, when Moses went out unto the tabernacle, that all the people rose up and stood, every man at his tent door, and looked after Moses until he was gone into the tabernacle. And it came to pass, as Moses entered into the tabernacle, that the cloudy pillar descended and stood at the door of the tabernacle, and the Lord talked with Moses.
Now, just let you know that the Lord was there.
Right.
So anytime you see this cloud and you see this fire by night, then you know the Lord is there.
That's right.
So now here the Lord is, he appearing in the cloud. Go ahead and read on.
Verse 10.
Go ahead.
And all the people saw the cloudy pillar stand at the tabernacle door. And all the people rose up and worshiped, every man in his tent door. And the Lord spake unto Moses face to face, as a man speaketh unto his friend. And he turned again into the camp. But his servant Joshua, the son of Nun, a young man, departed not out of the tabernacle.
So now he said that the Lord saw them speaking unto Moses. The people saw him speaking unto Moses there face to face. Because he was there in the pillar of the cloud. Now, let's go to Exodus chapter 40, and we'll begin reading at verse 34. And all the time of Israel's joining, the Lord was there with them. Let's start reading at Exodus chapter 40 and begin at verse 34. Exodus 40. And we're going to pick it up at verse 34. 40 and 34. 40 and 34. Okay, go ahead and read.
Then the cloud covered the tent of the congregation, and the glory.
That means that the Lord was there. Then the cloud covered the tent of the congregation, the tabernacle, in other words. Go ahead and read on.
And the glory of the Lord filled the tabernacle.
And the glory of the Lord, he was there, and it filled the tabernacle. Read.
And Moses was not able to enter into the tent of the congregation, because the cloud abode thereon, and the glory of the Lord filled the tabernacle.
Go ahead.
And when the cloud was taken up from over the tabernacle, the children of Israel went onward in all their journeys. But if the cloud were not taken up, then they journeyed not till the day that it was taken up.
Because they wasn't going nowhere, because they understood that the Lord was going to be with them there.
That's right.
You know, when the cloud moved, that meant that the Lord moved, and it was all right for them to move. Then. Right. Go ahead and read on.
For the cloud of the Lord was upon the tabernacle by day, and fire was on it by night, in the sight of all the house of Israel throughout all their journeys.
Throughout all that while that they journeyed around there in the wilderness, then the Lord was there. He was there either in the cloud or he was there in the fire. Let's go now to Leviticus chapter 26, and we're gonna pick it up at verse 1. Leviticus 26, and we'll begin reading at verse 1. 26 and 1. You know, the Lord put stipulation on stuff. You know, I'll do this if you do that.
That's right.
You know, the Lord's saying now he's going to dwell with Israel, right? But I'm going to show you what the Lord said. If they follow the conditions that the Lord gave. Leviticus chapter 26, and we'll begin reading at verse 1. The Lord put conditions on stuff. You know, the Lord said, I'll do this for you if you do that.
That's right.
Now, start reading at verse 26. Verse 1. Leviticus chapter 26 and verse 1. Go ahead and read.
You shall make no idols, nor graven image, neither rig you up a standing image, neither shall you set up any image of stone in your land to bow down unto it.
Go ahead.
For I am the Lord your God. You shall keep my Sabbaths and reverence my sanctuary. I am the Lord.
And he's telling them what he wants them to do. And he said, even keep my Sabbaths and reverence my sanctuary, for I am the Lord. Go ahead and read on.
If you walk in my statutes and keep my commandments and do them.
Now, this is what he's telling. If you walk in my statutes and keep my commandments and do them, then this is what I will do. Go ahead and read.
Then I will give you rain in due season, and the land shall yield their increase, and the trees of the field shall yield their fruit.
Now, in order for you to be able to eat, then you got to keep my statutes and do them. If you do that, then I will give you rain in due season, and you know the trees shall produce, and the fields will produce, and you will have whatever you need in order to sustain yourself. Go ahead and read on.
And your threshing shall reach into the vintage, and the vintage shall reach into the sowing time.
Go ahead.
And you shall eat your bread to the full and dwell in your land safely.
Now you're going to eat your bread to the full and you're going to dwell in your land safely. All this is providing that you will keep my statutes and do them. Then I will do you all this stuff for you. Go ahead and read on.
And I will give peace in the land, and you shall lie down, and none shall make you afraid.
And you will even have peace in your land, and you will lie down, and none make you. You know, that have not changed even to this very day. Even though Israel is not in their land, but if they would keep these statutes and do them, then the Lord, he will do this. You know, he will give you everything that you need to sustain yourself, and you will even have peace in the land. Because the Lord even talk about having peace in your enemy's land. When he kick you out of your land, if you obey his statutes, then even you will have peace in your enemy's land as well. Go ahead and read on.
And I will rid evil beasts out of the land.
Go ahead.
Neither shall the sword go through your land. And you shall chase your enemies, and they shall fall before you by the sword.
Go ahead.
And 5 of you shall chase 100, and 100 of you shall put 10,000 to flight. And your enemies shall fall before you by the sword.
Go ahead.
For I will have respect unto you, and make you fruitful, and multiply you, and establish my covenant with you.
Go ahead and read.
And you shall eat old store, and bring forth the old because of the new. And I will set my tabernacle among you, and my soul shall not abhor you.
See what the Lord said, and then I will set my tabernacle among you, and my soul, it will not abhor you. Go ahead and read on.
And I will walk among you, and will be your God, and ye shall be my people.
And the Lord said, I'll walk among you and be your God, and you will be my people, provided you do this. Now, on the other hand, if you don't keep my statutes, then this is what I'll do. Skip down to verse 30 and continue reading. Go ahead and read.
And I will destroy your high places.
Now he said, this is what I will do. You know, all them high places you're going to build in the land like Israel do today. He said, I'm going to destroy all them high places. Go ahead and read.
And cut down your images, and cast your carcasses upon the carcasses of your idols, and my soul shall abhor you.
Go ahead.
And I will make your cities waste, and bring your sanctuaries unto desolation.
And then I'm going to tear up your cities, and the sanctuary that you have, I'm going to bring them into desolation. Go ahead and read.
And I will not smell the savor of your sweet odors. And I will bring the land into desolation.
Go ahead.
And your enemies which dwell therein shall be astonished at it. And I will scatter you among the heathen, and will draw the sword after you.
Now the Lord say, even I will scatter you among the nations, and then I'm going to draw the sword out after you. Go ahead and read.
And your land shall be desolate, and your cities waste.
Now all this I will do if you do not obey my commandments.
Right.
You know, I'm going to do all these things. I'm going to scatter you among the nations. And your land shall lie in desolation. Let's go now to Deuteronomy chapter 32, and we'll pick it up at verse 15. And the Lord said, I will not dwell among you if you disobey my commandment. I will not dwell among you. start reading at Deuteronomy chapter 32, and we'll begin reading.